Greetings LEGO fans and welcome to Retro LEGO, where we revisit and rank the sets in beloved LEGO themes from the past. Today we journey deep into the Amazon jungle to reunite with our favorite team of adventurers. Following the success of 1998's original desert sub-theme, 1999 gave us a brilliant second outing for this ragtag group of heroes. Consisting of 8 sets, this sequel sub-theme continued to push the envelope and expand the adventurer's universe with new conniving villains, priceless treasures, and stunning locations. So, keep your wits about you as we dive into the heart of the jungle. Taking the bottom spot on this list is set number 5906, Ruler of the Jungle. Though it isn't the smallest set in the series, it definitely offers the least amount of play potential. The little shrine build is nothing to get too excited about, but the minifigure included here certainly is, the mysterious tribal leader Ah-Chu. Much like Pharaoh Hotep before him, this native protector of ancient treasures looks incredible. The intricate printing on his torso, legs, cape, and magnificent headdress are all phenomenal, and give him a regal yet foreboding air. He's by far the most valuable of this sub-theme's minifigures, and that alone makes this set a pretty difficult find. It's a great way to get a hold of one of LEGO's coolest minifigures, but there's not really much else of note here. At number 7, we have set number 5901, River Raft. This set also came as a polybag numbered 5902, but it had all the same pieces. With both versions selling for $450 US, this set might be basic, but it's a solid starting point for an adventure. This simple little 6x6 raft with a single oar gives just enough room for a minifigure with all their gear. My original red oar has been lost to time, so I had to replace it with a more modern one from my collection. The one minifigure included is Rudo Villano, one of the new villains for this sub-theme. This guy definitely looks like the brawn of the operation, bearing a huge gash on his face from what looks like a recent scuffle. The dual revolvers stuffed in his belt give him an instantly formidable presence, and he seems like the perfect foil for Johnny Thunder, even donning a black version of the trademark Australian slouch hat. This set includes a good number of accessories ranging from jewels to firearms, as well as a brand new map tile created for this series, reflecting its jungle setting. Unfortunately, unlike the desert sets, there's only one version of this map tile across the whole jungle series, which is a tad disappointing. All in all, this entry might be a tad forgettable, but it makes a good companion piece for the larger sets in this series. Coming in at number 6 is set number 5905, Hidden Treasure. This set also went by 1271, Jungle Surprise. Originally retailing for $2 US, this set is the first major archaeological find on this list. Or at least that's what our heroes are led to believe. Inside this tiny, creature-infested shrine lies what appears to be the mystical Sun Disk, which is the primary MacGuffin of this adventurer's story. This powerful relic is closely guarded by Ah-Chu, who wants to keep its power for himself. And as such, he's placed convincing replicas all throughout the jungle to thwart treasure seekers. Though Ah-Chu is not included in this set, the minifigure that is included is Miss Gale Storm herself, returning in a new outfit more suited to the jungle setting. This confident and capable journalist turned adventurer plays a more significant role in this sub-theme, which is a very welcome change. Her inclusion, along with the nice little build and the Sun Disk element, make this the best of the tiny sets in this series. Number 5 goes to set number 5925, the Pontoon Plane. Originally selling for $6, this set gives our favorite Daredevil pilot another aerial toy to play with. Equipped for water landings and takeoffs, this plane gives me strong Raiders of the Lost Ark vibes, and I'm here for it. This plane seems best suited for transporting the team's equipment since there's only one seat for the plane's pilot. The pilot in question is the familiar Harry Kane, who looks exactly like he did on his adventure in the desert. There's just no separating this guy from his signature bomber jacket. Unfortunately, the Jungle series is the last time we'll see Harry Kane, as for some reason he never joined Johnny on future adventures. It's certainly sad because Harry Kane remains one of my favorite characters in the theme, and he's sorely missed in the stories that follow. Of all the planes we've seen in the Adventurers line thus far, this might just be my favorite for its sleek design and versatility. If you're enjoying this trip down memory lane, please help out the channel by liking and subscribing. Taking the number 4 spot is set number 5936, Spider's Secret. Costing $12 in 1999, this set takes the tried and true formula of the great desert sets like the Valley of the Kings and transplants it seamlessly into the jungle setting. These 2 mural pieces with the chrome gold accents on the front of the shrine continue the legacy of beautifully printed detail that the Adventurer sets brought to the table. Sweep up this giant spider web and you'll catch a glimpse of what looks like the sun disk, while also receiving a swift and gruesome warning as to what might happen if you enter. Should you ignore that warning, pulling this Technic pin will seal your fate. The minifigures included here are the now familiar jungle version of Gale Storm, along with the principal villain of the story, Señor Palomar. This fancily dressed, aristocratic fortune seeker is deliciously evil-looking, sporting a meticulously well-kept mustache and beard. His scowl tells you everything you need to know about his personality, and he'll do just about anything to be the first to get his hands on the legendary sun disk. Unfortunately for him, the one included in this set is another decoy, according to canon. The final minifig here is the ill-fated skeleton who once tried and failed to claim the famed artifact for himself. Now, it wouldn't be an Adventurer's line without some fantastic new vehicles, and the one included here is no exception. Reminiscent of the Scorpion Tracker from the desert, this car puts a bit more variety into its color scheme, and trades the storage crate in the back for a spare tire, which seems smart when traversing the rough and rugged terrain of the Amazon. Rounding out the scene is a small campfire setup with a camera and tripod, which includes another new printed film piece. This one depicts Johnny Thunder at the entrance of a large Mesoamerican pyramid. Though still pretty small, this set gives you everything you need for an exciting jungle action scene, and I think it's well worth your while. At number 3, we have set number 5956, Expedition Balloon. Hitting shelves at only $20, boy, that would have been nice. This set contains one of the most iconic and sought-after elements in LEGO's history, the Adventurer's Zeppelin, which doubled as a storage container. Though this thing is super cool, I couldn't find one in good enough condition to justify buying it. The vehicle propelled by this balloon is basic but functional, with plenty of room for the 3 good guys included here. We've already reunited with the Zeppelin's pilot, Harry Kane, but 2 more familiar faces make a comeback here. The first is the legendary Johnny Thunder, who is identical to how we found him on his adventure in Egypt. And why change anything? This minifig is just perfect. In that same vein, Dr. Charles Lightning also makes an identical comeback. And I'm just so happy to see the whole original gang back together for what would be the final time. Also included here is Rudo Villano, who is back again to try and foil the adventurer's plans. Another small shrine serves as a companion piece to the Zeppelin, hosting yet another decoy sun disk. How many of these did Achu hide? This one can be removed from its resting place with this sliding bar mechanism, which is pretty cool, but let's be honest, if you're getting this set today, you're getting it for the blimp. What an unforgettable piece of Adventurer's history. The runner-up here might just surprise you, as it's set number 5986, Amazon Ancient Ruins. Originally retailing for $80, this flagship set delivers a jaw-dropping climax to the jungle sub-theme. This massive set, built up on this huge set-exclusive raised baseplate, is overflowing with play potential. Each portion of the set is built on these removable modules, giving you endless ways to configure the action. Much like the Pharaoh's Forbidden Ruins before it, the inventive booby traps are everywhere, making this a perilous final destination for our heroes and villains alike. My favorites include this equally awesome and gruesome chained skeleton, which startlingly crashes to the ground when this hinge is lifted. I also love the falling bridge triggered by this Technic pin, which plunges your minifigure of choice into the waters of the river below, exposing them to the hungry alligators. Atop the ornately decorated structure stands Achu, holding the true sun disk in his hands. And given all the traps in place, I think he can rest easy knowing that no one is going to reach him up there. Aside from the eye-catching build, there are 2 vehicles included as well. The first is my favorite car from this line, which is an aggressive-looking off-roader with huge rear tires. This thing looks like it can handle just about any terrain you throw at it, and with the side-mounted fuel tanks and rear storage crate, it's ready for any long-haul adventure. The next vehicle is a small steamboat for navigating the waters of the Amazon River. This is how our bad guys make their approach, including the set's only newcomer, Gabaros, the opportunistic mercenary river guide. Now, he's not really a bad guy per se, as he's perfectly happy to offer his services to the highest bidder. This guy's oil-stained tank top and anchor tattoo give him the appearance of a hardened sailor. The rest of the minifigures are familiar to us now, along with two classic floppy-armed skeletons. Though this set is undoubtedly great, it's held back a bit by the fact that much of its bulk is made up by the gigantic baseplate, and $80 for 458 pieces seems very steep even by today's standards. It's a great flagship for this theme, but it doesn't quite reach the glorious heights of the Pharaoh's Forbidden Ruins that came before it. And at number 1, we have set number 5976, River Expedition. Hitting store shelves at $50, this set is everything I want in an action-packed jungle adventure. This large steamboat is just a winner and offers plenty of space for our heroes to walk around and take in their incredible surroundings. Gabaros returns in this set, but this time he's helping the good guys. I guess their price was just right this time. On land, we're given my favorite of the many shrines in this sub-theme, which is made to resemble the gaping mouth of a great ape. This might just be the real sun disk concealed within, because Achu stands at the ready to defend it. Keep your eye on the prize though, because getting distracted by side treasures can have disastrous consequences. The minifigures included here are all familiar faces, along with one of our floppy-armed skeleton friends. There's even a cheeky monkey included here, adding some mischief and chaos to an already perilous situation. To me, this set has the most play potential, and gives me that feeling of sprawling, limitless adventure more than any other in the series. For that, it gets the top spot. Well, you've heard my opinion, but what's your ranking of this great adventurer sub-theme? Let me know in the comments below. And until we meet again, keep your eye on the quest at hand.